Schneiderman.
Does whatever a spider can. Look out! Here comes
Schneiderman.
G'day Saints fans, welcome back to the first episode of Schneiderman for 2015. As voted by you guys, we have Ahmed Saad. Thanks for joining us, Ahmed.
No worries, pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here.
As we said, we're going to start with a few questions from you guys out there. The first one is from Alex Toomey. He wants to know, were you really suspended for 18 months or were you just lining up for a set shot?
He must have been spying on me. Definitely just been working on my set shot for the last 18 months and didn't pay off on the weekend. I missed a pretty close one.
Fair enough. Now, Cripsy Phillips, does he like pizza? And if so, does he like sardine lines in them?
Oh, classic Saad surname. I actually don't like sardines at all, but it's pretty smart by him to add it in a pizza. It's always good to have an extra sard in there.
Next one's from Ryan Mason. Ahmed, it was sad to see you sit out for 18 months. Were you confident you'd be back in the red, white and black?
I was pretty sad, but worked on my lineup for the last 18 months, so that was good, and I'm pretty happy to be back wearing these colours, and didn't want to go any other club because this is where I started, and so hopefully I want to finish off, so it's good.
Perfect. Now tell everyone out there a little bit where you grew up and where you're from.
So I was born here. I'm Egyptian. I lived in Egypt for about 6 years, played soccer up there for the whole 6 years, and then when I came back to Australia when I was about 14, I decided that I still want to continue playing soccer. I was pretty good at it, as you know, Schneids. And
only because you've told me.
Yeah. And then decided to start playing footy when I was 16, only because I couldn't get the soccer training, and my mates needed numbers for their footy team, and it was only 2 minutes away from from my house. So that's pretty much how I started. Couldn't drop punt at the age of 16, and so it's come a long way.
Yeah, you have done very well, and they didn't teach you how to handball when you were there either?
Nah, I didn't need to. Just sit in the square and try to kick a couple of goals, and didn't really have to use my left either.
Now tell us a little bit about Egypt. When you lived over there for 6 years, how old were you and what did you get up to?
So I was 8, moved there with my whole family, and pretty much just went to school at that age. And
different sort of lifestyle?
It is. It's a lot different culturally and just economically as well. And but it's good. I went to an international school because there's just Arabic schools there, and you can go to international schools which have just schools like here, English and stuff like that. And that was pretty good. And just played soccer, and that was probably my number one thing that I loved. Played a bit of basketball up there as well, but definitely love soccer. My dad tried to get me in volleyball because he actually played for Egypt in the Olympics and in the World Cup as well, so he was definitely trying to push me to volleyball, but it didn't really work. Too short.
All right, mate. Tell me any bad habits you have.
Bad habits. I bite my nails. It's pretty bad. I'm pretty anal, so with my clothes and with stuff at home, if I put something down, I don't like it to be touched, and I like everything to be in the same place. And my wife absolutely hates it. So when, let's say, for my washing, and after she washes the clothes, or she actually just folds them for me and leaves them on my bed or something like that, so then I put them away. I hate when she puts it away because she doesn't put them in the right spots. So all my T-shirts and colour coordinated, and my good T-shirts here, my sport T-shirts there. So everything's pretty organised, and I can pretty much rattle off where everything is in my wardrobe.
That's very interesting. Now tell us, what have you been up to for the last 18 months before you started training again?
As soon as I got banned, actually, after the season I got married, so that was a highlight.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you. It's been a year and a bit now, so which is good. And after that, just went away a couple of times to try to get our minds off things, and went to a honeymoon, obviously, and then I got a job at Shaw Stockbroking as a stockbroker. So I'm licensed and accredited to be a stockbroker. I've got a couple of clients now, and anyone watching, feel free to call me. Happy to look after you and your finances and long-term investments. So you too, Schneider.
Very good. Now, mate, tell us, everyone out there is dying to know, what is the actual go with your run-up? Do you count your way through it? What do you do when you run up? They want to know.
So obviously, like I said, I started footy when I was 16. I had a shocking routine, just couldn't really kick that well and stuff. So my uncle actually taught me that routine. He's got a similar one. He only takes 10 steps. It's pretty much the same body line and everything like that. I tried to do 10 steps, just never worked. And then he just goes, do what you feel comfortable, and then we'll start counting and seeing.
So how many, 100?
It's about 75, I think. No, it's not. It averages about 27 to 30 steps. I actually don't count. I'll go back until I feel comfortable, make sure I'm straight, body straight, and usually, when you drop the ball on your foot straight, it usually goes straight. So it's been working for me. So yeah, it's pretty much, takes a long time, gives you old people like yourself a rest on the ground, don't have to actually run off to the bench. A lot of the boys like it, so it's good.
You can have a bit of a sleep while you do it, that's the thing. Now, mate, boys have noticed you've got a bald spot on your head already. Can you explain that?
Yeah, I think it's called alopecia.
Get a close look at you upside down there.
Looks like a continent. Yeah, I got that. I think it comes from stress, and as everybody knows, I went through a tough year last year. So I think what happens is when your body can't take it anymore, that's how it shows the stress. I didn't think I was stressed until that came up. So lucky I didn't get white hairs like you, Schneider.
Yeah, that's fine. I can get rid of mine. You can't put the hair back in it. All right, mate, brings me on to my favourite bit of the show right now, as I want to ask you to sing a song. Now, I've asked you to choose a song. You've already got one, which is good. So I'm going to hand the mic over to you, mate, and give us your best.
That's probably my worst part. I've been stressing all day for this. But I'm just going to sing just real quickly a Craig David song. I love Craig David, and he actually follows me on Twitter. Rendezvous, where to? My place, say to. We can do anything that you want to do. Tonight is your night. Yeah, when you close your eyes, take a minute, take a moment, realize. Do you see me when you fantasize?
Very good, mate. That was very good. You have Savin, Dylan and Robin dancing in the background, so you did well. Next, mate, we're going to ask you to do, you were known for, you had to do a skit when you got back, when you first come to the footy club. You're known as a very good dancer. So I'm going to ask you to show a few moves for everyone out there. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I used to do a bit of breakdancing when I was younger. I don't know how many moves I can do now, but I'll maybe just try to do the worm or something else and just, yeah, see how we go.
All right, let's have a look.
Here's the winner.
Well, there you have it, guys. The first episode down. Ahmed, thank you very much for your time. And as usual, we usually let the guests decide who we're going to get up for next week. So, mate, choose 3 guys who we can put up for vote.
Let's put up Brucey. Spotlights on him lately. Put up Skunk as well. And maybe we can get Luke Delaney and we can stitch him up a little bit. I'll be sure to find some dirt on him.
I'll let you interview him if you want.
I'm down with that.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks very much for joining us. And we'll put up the votes this week, send through a few questions after that. And we'll see you next week. Go Saints.
Schneiderman.
Does whatever a spider can. Look out. Here comes
Schneiderman.